Here's part 2. I got interrupted by the telephone. So we're doing this 1, 6, 2, 5. And it's very useful to cross over so you can see and hear the roots. Alright, so then that's what happens right here. So we memorize down to here. Then we start right here with this pattern and do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures where you're going to do, you've done your circle of fifths, and then you go 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Then we just jump to a B chord and do your E7 here. Instead of playing the E7 here, you're playing it here. So you're going to memorize that little section all by itself. So you've gone da 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 da. Okay, C 2, 3, 4, A 2, 3. So get that section locked in. And when you're practicing the right hand, you're going to go C, A, D, G, C, B, E. Because when you improvise, you're going to need to be able to get to that E chord. All right, so we memorized to there. Then then we're going to just lift up and start all over again. And you already know this part now because you know the chords. So you're going to play, not all of it, but you play just a certain segment of it. You don't get all the way to the C chord. You just play this. And instead of going to G7 and C, here's where you do your E flat diminished right there. And then you slide up to the E minor. Then you're back to your top 2, bottom 2, top 2, bottom 2. So I memorized that section likewise the same way. Now right there is where it changes. Raise these up. I'm going to come just down here because you can't see it. Whoops. I'm going to do that down here. So you're going E flat diminished. Then you just have to memorize. I'm going here to the top of that chord. And then E minor. So I'm going to have to memorize that one little segment after I've gone this note. Then you drop your top 2. All right, now we're around the circle again. And you're going to have to memorize, you got to go to a C and do this. And see how the D and the A are in that chord. Drop your top 2. Then here's, see that's in your B chord, G chord I mean, and so is the D down here. And you want to learn to do it fast and not looking at the music. Because if you memorize it fast, it's going to be easy to play slow. So we've first memorized the chord progression and then memorize the melody with it. But then remember to keep your hand position. So you don't want to say, another reason to be watching your hands and playing by memory is you don't want to ever let this happen. And if you're not watching your hands, it will. So. Here's your 1, 6, 2, 5. Here's your jump to the B, and then you start over. Now here's where you got to remember, E flat, I'm dropping down here, just so it will be in the range of the camera. Again, you will do as a turnaround the B, E7. Now you'll notice right here I'm playing 4th finger. Normally I would play 3, but because of the location of the camera I'm like twisted, so I'm playing my 4th finger. But normally your 3rd finger is going to work better, especially when you do this 1, 6, 2, 5. Right there, you're going to have to drop that 3rd finger down. So that's Fly Me to the Moon. Don't forget to watch it carefully. And if you have a keyboard, and a lot of you do, put a background on it that's just playing like the do ba da dee ba doo 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 dum ba da da, and then play your left hand with it and make sure you can keep going with it. A minor, ba da ba, D minor, to do do, G7, da da da, C major, ba ba ba. Okay, then the last step is going to be to take, you've already memorized the left hand roots, to take the right hand chords, take the left hand chords and put them in the right hand, and you're going to play. And you should be able to do that by memory. Oops, you can't see it, I'm going to come back up here. Because you've memorized it already. So that's going to be your next thing. Just get exactly the same chords in the right hand. And the left hand is going to play the roots. I'm going to play it, well, I'm going to move around. What you should do is just keep going. But I'm going to play it probably up here a little bit, and just so you can see it. So you're going to go. Once you can do that, you're going to put this little rhythm to it. Charleston, doo-doo, Charleston, sh-sh. Here's the D minor, G7, C. Here's your A minor. Here's your D minor. I gotta come up here so I can see it. Now here you gotta go. You've only got half notes there, so you have to double time that one. And again, I'm not in the right register here, but and so on, because you're going to need to play with singers or clarinet players or somebody, and eventually you're going to do all of that together. You'll be doing a walking bass also, like. So on. So get that really locked into your memory and really know the chords, because everything in Western music is going to be using this basic progression.